Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be trying to create a data pipeline that will transfer our data from staging layer to data warehouse. We'll be making use of the AWS Glue to create a data pipeline. AWS Glue is a managed service provided by AWS to create a data pipeline. So this is our architecture that we need to implement. So in this video, we'll be implementing this part of our architecture. So we have data in staging layer. The data has come from different transactional DB. As of now, we have just uploaded data into staging layer, but in real time, the data will be coming through from different places into the staging layer. After that, we'll be making use of the Glue ETL that will help us to transform and transfer the data from staging layer to data warehouse. So we'll be creating this pipeline that will help us to take three data from our source bucket and transfer it into a destination bucket. So these are the transformation that we'll be doing before transporting it into a destination bucket. So let's get started and build the project. For that, let's go and search Glue. Glue have made very easy for us to implement a data pipeline. Glue have created something called Visual ETL that will help us to generate a PySpark code visually using AWS service. So now I can visually drag and drop the source and destination bucket and all the transformation that are required to be done. Our source can be anything like AWS Glue Catalog, Kinesis, Kafka, or PostgreSQL. As of now, our source is AWS S3. So we have three sources, one is track, one is album, and one is artist. Let's drag 3 times. Now let's make this as artist, and I can browse. This is for artist. Now we know the file format is CSV. Once we provide a correct file format and correct path, I can see it have turned into green. Now let's go and do for album. Now let's go and do for tracks. Let's provide the path. Let's provide the format as CSV. Now we can see that all the three sources are marked green. Now the next step is to join album and artist. Now I need to add transform and join. We need to join album and artist. We can clearly see how much easy it have made for us. And we can add the condition as artist ID and ID. Album and artist. Now we need to join track and this joined. The condition is track ID. Now next step is to drop all the unnecessary column. We can go and select drop field. Now we can see all the fields that are there. We know that this track ID is coming 2 times, so I can drop 1. And this ID and artist ID is again an inner join, so I can drop 1 ID. So all the other things can be kept as it is. Now next step is to put it into a destination bucket. Now there is a source and there is a target. Our target can also be anything from PostgreSQL, Teradata, MySQL, Google BigQuery, S3. So as of now we are working with S3. So now in S3, so the format that we want to save is Parquet, and further we can compress our data for the faster query and for the lower storage. So let's take as Snappy, and let's make our target as data warehouse. Now our pipeline is ready. I can run this as now we can go and click on script. We can see that it have automatically populated for us the AWS script. This is written in PySpark, so we can easily read from here what it is doing. It is going and fetching a data from that is artist.csv, and this node is doing fetching a data as albums.csv, and this is fetching tracks.csv. Now what it is next doing, it is joining on artist ID and ID these 2 frames, that is albums and artist. Next we are joining the output with the track, and whatever is joined we are dropping track ID and ID, and it is now saved into a data warehouse. So that is our overall job. In our next video we will be running and monitoring this data pipeline. Thank you.